Hey, what's going on, everybody? Happy Halloween. What is going on? Hope you guys are doing absolutely incredible. And let me get that there. There we go. So, yes, what's happening, guys? I hope this day is going awesome for you. Where's my dog at? Oh, he's under my desk. So, yeah, happy Halloween. And I hope everybody, if you're on the East Coast or further out east, right, over there in Europe and what have you, I'm sure most of you are already done your trick or treating, and if you're over here, you're probably just getting started. And for those of you in the Central Time Zone and West Coast, you will be getting started shortly. Ours are just starting up over here. Saw a whole bunch of little people scooting around, little lanterns and glow in the dark stuff. Whoa, hello, not paying attention. Hey, Rumbles, what's up, cuz? Hey, Rumbles. About the same. Just got back from picking up my daughter from work, my son from work, their friend. My wife and all of them are going to be outside giving out candy. So, yeah, we're doing good, bro. Hey, Cy, what's up, cuz? And we did put that mod in. You know, Cy was, or Rumbles, it was funny. When you were talking about them yesterday, I didn't remember what they were. And then when you sent that thing, yeah, I downloaded those this morning. So I did put them in. I told Mr. Swede later on we're going to probably have those, find some use somewhere in the playthrough. It depends. Again, remember, this playthrough is just just to kind of waste some time until the DLC hits. So we're not, we're just going to try out some things. And now I did find one thing. We had a bigger trailer, and I found that this Bobcat here, it wasn't able to tip into the trailer, which kind of stunk. What's a long day? Boss started me at 5 a.m. But yeah, of course. I know you had to go in early. Oh, hello, hello, hello. Can you hear me? Man, was I on mute that whole time, guys? I'll tell you. Well, let's start it over then, huh? Hey, good morning, everybody. What's happening? I know we're in the evening, but I'm used to saying good morning when I'm on with Sweet. But yes, good evening. Happy Halloween, everybody. Hope you're doing fantastic. I hope your day is going great. I hope everybody's going to go out and have some fun trick-or-treating. So, yeah, it's good to see y'all. And let's see if this will let me tip, because the other trailer I had, by the time I got to the top, it wouldn't tip enough to dump. All right, it just makes it. There we go. Yep. Thank you very much, guys. Yeah, it just makes it. Man, look how slow that is. Oh, it's terrible. And I can't. I already took the wings off of that thing. I was just trying to find a decent enough size trailer so I wouldn't have to go back and forth too many times to sell. But I don't think it's going to work. And I don't think I have. I mean, I got a 9,000 liter trailer, but I'm doing good, Mad Spot. What's up, buddy? Man, it's just not, it's still too tall. So let me see. So this will do 12,000. But, well, I may have to go to this one. I would use this one, but I don't like those swivel fronts. And this one's just too small. I wanted this one. That was too tall. I could go with this guy. What's this hold? 9,000? 7,500? Oh, there's the extension. 9,000. Yeah, maybe just eating the kids' candy. That's it, man. There you go. Design color. What is that? That's the chassis, right? Decals. Let's see. Should be red, I guess. Or bluish. Maybe a green. Now let's try the blue. Yeah, blue's good, right? Yeah, I guess I'm going to have to go this route. Okay. All right, we'll go ahead and grab that one. And what we'll do is bring this out. Yeah, because that's 20,000 liters that bucket will hold. All right. So we're going to start selling this silage off. That is a big bucket. Yeah. It's really good, too. That bucket it allows you to do 3 different fill capacities. You can do, I think it's 1,000, 2,000, and 20,000. So I like that, right? If you're gonna, do something that you're only going to need small amounts, like if you're just going to use it to fill feed and you don't need 20,000 liters, you can just fill that thing up to 2 grand and be done with it, right? Like our sheep, I think they take 1,800 to 2,000 liters of grass. So I can just set that thing for 2 grand and be done, right? So what we're going to do is we found out the hay price is very low. What I'm going to have to do is sell off the hay, and we're going to take the hay maker, the dryer, if you will. We're going to take that out. Oh, that tag is still there? We got to take that off. We're going to take the dryer out, and we're going to put a fermenter in instead. But it's not that far, so the trips I have to make, we'll just make them. I wish they did something different with this biogas plant instead of just dropping that stuff here. It's kind of silly in my opinion. Or make it that has like a conveyor that links up to the buckets there and drops the silage into the bucket or something, I think that's a simple way of, modifying that. I think it's too silly to have it the way it is. All right. Now we have to go to the shop. What map you on at the moment? This is the... I always forget the name of this thing. You know what, Mad Spot? I don't remember the name of it. It's one of the newer maps. Gosh. I can't remember. And I didn't get a chance to put it in Stream Elements yesterday or today. It's like the map of bro, I'm sorry. Oh, what do we got good for sale? Oh, of course. That's for sale. That's right, because I just sold that there. 41. Nothing we can really use. It has the what was it called? God, I'm embarrassed. I should know the name of it. Elm Rochester, thank you. Yes. That's the one. Thank you much. You know what it is, like, because we're just killing time till 2 Tuesdays from now for the expansion. I don't really have this like set in my head as a regular kind of things, and I haven't even made a thumbnail for it, so I'm not like saying the name of it. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't use the name of it at all, so it kind of just doesn't go to memory. Oh, excuse me. All right, excuse me 1 second. I'm just doing something here real quick. Start that, and let's click on that. There we go. Okay. Now, whoopsie daisy. Yeah, so like I said, when the new DLC comes out, hopefully that map is a map that we can play and we'll enjoy, because I didn't enjoy Silver Run. If it is a map that looks like we're going to have a good time with it, we're going to go pretty vintage. We're going to do a lot of small stuff early, similar to what we're doing here. And I figured I'll open this map up and we'll try some of the equipment out that we might be using on that map. This way we can rule out some things that we will or will not use. We're definitely not going to be doing hay, because the cost of hay is so low. I dumped like 30,000 liters and made like $1,500. Whereas silage is almost triple the price, right? So definitely silage is going to be our main thing, and hopefully we'll be able to do what we did here. We'll have sheep, chickens, a greenhouse, right? Those sorts of things. So this is like a test run, if you will, for what we're hoping to do over there. I just hope that we can do better with silage bunker. This bunker is nice, but I don't know why, unless it's the shovel that's doing it, but it just won't allow me to get to the bottom. It did on my first trip. And then this little this little bobcat here, we're gonna have to figure out. I mean, look at how low that is, and the tip. See, it stops, so it doesn't let me tip all the way. So that kind of stinks, but that's okay. That's why we're going to do the fermenter, I think, next time, if we can afford it. If we can't, then so be it. But it'll probably be one of the first upgrades that we do, would be to get the fermenter. I'd rather skimp on something else, but maximize the fermenter. This way we could just pull up underneath it, you know, and just have it filled that way. Oh, what am I doing? Crew, pay attention. But I think we'll have a good time. It'll be fun. Oh, actually, you know what? I have to do some mulching. We should start our mulcher up. There we go. Okay, well, we'll start running some silage. Try to get some money. Yeah, I just have to. I have to try and figure out um, what number to start at on that map. You know, 100,000, 200, 50,000. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want it to be too low, but I don't want it to be too high, more importantly. Because I only want to be able to start off with, you know, like pickup truck, tractor, maybe plow, a mower, right? Nothing too much. Just kind of do like a small role play with it where, you know, we get to the new farm there and all we have is a mower, tractor, you know, just nothing fancy. Maybe we take a little loan at the bank, grab a bunker, you know, just something along those lines. Does Mrs. Crew know about this? Nope, and she ain't gonna know, is she? Copy that, Si. When she gets in from all the trick-or-treaters, we'll, oh dear, I skeered. Yeah, and then we'll just, you know, progress through as we make money. We'll try to invest it into some new equipment, see what's going to be advantageous at the time. But I'm hoping that the fields will be similar to what we have, where we can take, like, let's say we buy one big field that's near the farm, but then we can just put a road through it, turn it into 2 fields like we did here, or, you know, maybe make it into 3 fields if it's big enough, right? She's gonna be surprised. And I'm going to try to get as detailed as I can on that map with decorating, I even downloaded the ground stains mod because I want to add a little bit more realism look-wise. And I'll try to dress things up, make things, you know, like for this little spot that we have here, right? You know, for a little farm, I think it's pretty cool, you know? I would like an older style shed, right? Something a little more rustic looking, because if you think about it, it was like this when I bought it. There were some buildings on there I had to sell, but we were able to put, you know, the dirt down, the grass down, start putting the bushes in, even everything around the outside, like this tree was there, this tree, right? Those were there, but you know, we put in the windmills there, all these trees, the yellow bushes there, the grass, right? All that stuff. You know, we put all that in. I wanted to dress it up a little bit, and that's what I'm hoping to do on the new map. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I haven't been able to see anything with the new map to see what it may look like. So I have no idea, you know, how it's going to look. I don't know if it's a large map, a medium, a small, you know what I mean? You know what I'm wondering? I wonder if I were to get a conveyor. If I were to lease, what's that? 255. 255, 739. So I'm under $1,000. I wonder if it's worth it. I wonder if it's worth it to do that instead. Eh. Might be worth looking at, right? Because again, it would be about saving money. Because then I wouldn't have had to spend the money on this, even though we would use this for the grass. But if we're going to do that early gameplay, tell you what we're going to do. Let's take this over. We're going to sell this. Because if that's the case, then I would be able to go with a bigger trailer. Well, we'll try it, right? I'll sell this, and then we'll go and we'll take the platform over, see if we can... I think I can hook up... Would I be able to get both of those on there? I don't know. I'm a bad man. Well, we'll see, guys. We're going to try it out, see what happens. Whoopsie daisy. See if we can bring the flatbed over and put them on the flatbed and drive them to the farm. Easy Guy coming in with the... Get out of here, Mr. Easy Guy. You are awesome. Mr. Easy Guy in the house with the raid. Welcome in, buddy. Welcome in. Thank you so much for bringing your community here. Look at you guys. You guys are incredible. Man, I really appreciate you all. So good to see you guys. Everybody, thank you for coming in. Rod Leaf, what's up, bud? What do we got here? Give me a second. Ronald with the follow. What's up, Ronald? And Ashley Kelly. What's up, Ashley? Ronald Mars, 1990. Thank you so much, guys, for that. I really do appreciate that. There's an awesome, awesome friend of ours and teammate, Mr. Easy Guy. How are you, sir? We're doing great, Rod Leaf. It's good to see you, man. So, basically, guys, what we're doing here is we're just killing time for the next 2 weeks for the expansion to come out. Me and Mr. Swede were doing a huge challenge on the Texas Flats map. And for some reason, when I go to load back in, it stays at 95% and it never loads the map. So we had to move on from it, and we're just going to put that challenge we were doing on the back burner. But what we're going to do is we're on the Rochester map, and we're just going to kill some time on this map for the next 2 weeks, I guess. I've been looking at some mods. We're going to do a vintage scenario on the new expansion map when it comes out. Hey, Buddha, what's up, cuz? So we've been looking at a lot of old tractors and trailers. Oh, we got a sign right in the road there. How about that? Now, right now, what we did was we have a small little map. That's our farm. That's our farm on the left right there. And the way they have this map is you have to buy this yard. It's like a stone fenced yard. So there's one across the street right there that's empty. That one comes with the field, so that's like a little over $250,000 to buy. But basically, that's what you get. Ours is up here on the left. So we did some decorating. We did some dirt, some grass. We got, you know, a nice little piece of land right here. You know, we have our little greenhouse. We got our small sheep pen. We got our chicken coop. We got our little mound of grass there to feed our sheep. We're emptying out silage right now. And these are our 2 fields. Mr. Markland coming in with the follow as well. Thank you so much, Mr. Markland. Appreciate you guys coming in. So we took the big field that was over here. We cut a road through it. So we made a grass field. And then once we get enough money to buy a harvester, we'll then put a crop in on this field. And then, you know, just try to work our way up, get our money. Because like I said, once we do the new map, we're going to try to do a vintage build on that map. And right now, what I'm going to try to do... Actually, no, you know what? I can't use this. Because I need a 3-point to pick up that other trailer. So let's put this back. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to go up to the shop, and I want to try my conveyor belt. First time chat, small time farmer. What's up, buddy? How are you? Buddha, how are you, cuz? Good to see you, man. Thank you. Wait, there's a what missing? An @ on the Fossabot command? Really? That's weird, because didn't say I needed one. Herbal Farmer's in the house. What's up, Herbal? How are you, cuz? Yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to try. I know this is not really supposed to be for what I'm thinking of doing. But we want to try it to save some time. Well, potentially save some time. Yeah, we're doing great, Herbal Farmer. Doing great, man. Small-time farmer, I want to thank you for your first-time chat, too. Appreciate it. And all of you folks that came over with Easy Guy's raid. I appreciate Easy sharing his community over here and We're just super excited to have him as a Crusader teammate. And keep a lookout for us. You'll find us all around. Sorry, bud, I wasn't paying attention. Didn't mean to cut in front of you. So we're going to try something. We're going to grab a 2. That was a copy of the Fossabot command. It was not a hyperlink from my... All right. So are you saying for the shoutouts? Because the shoutouts should go through Stream Elements. And the Fossabot should go through automatically. Yeah, see, like when you came in, Buddha, it said it did a shout out for you automatically. And let me see now, Easy Guy. Easy Guys should have. Right, I don't have any commands though set up in Fossabot. All my commands are set up through Stream Elements. Yeah, the only thing I have set in Fossabot is I have almost all our teammates in there. A couple people who are not teammates, but there's no @ command for that. Mecha Mouse, what's up, Mecha? What's up, dude? How are you? So what we're going to try and do here, guys, is I'm thinking of doing this belt system. And we're just going to lease these to empty out that bunker. And I want to see if I can get these. You know, I wonder if this would that tip into that trailer? Nah, that trailer's higher than that, isn't it? Yeah. Alright, so I will not be able to do both, but that's okay. Now let's see, unfold, let's lift that up, and let's see if I'm able to just finagle this on here. Uh-oh, don't think I wanted to do that. That might work. That might work. I mean, I could have towed it. I wanted to see if I was going to be able to get both on here, and I'm not able to, so no big deal. Man, look at that. Perfect intervals in between those cars. Just enough that I can't scoot. May have been able to make that. But yeah, so what's good with everybody? Happy Halloween for those that just came in. Some of you may already be done. Some of you might be just getting started, and some of you may have a couple hours yet before you're able to get knee deep in anything. I know, stop crying, bud, they'll be in. They got to take care of the trick-or-treaters, and we can't have you out there. Because we don't need you barking at all the people and trying to steal the candy. Whoop. No, no. Oh, it would have helped if I would have lowered that, huh? Just finished up a workout stream. Just doing it for fun. Okay. Using the phone for streaming might not be the best idea. I got you. Yeah, I mean, it might not be, but you're doing what you got to do with what you can, right? I mean, that's how you got to look at it. You got to do what you can with what you have. So if you're doing the best you can, and that means you got to use the phone, bro, you're doing it. That's all that matters. All right, we got to go in. We got to go in here. Nah, don't be running, bro. I'm not letting you out there. We need to turn, where am I at? Automatic engine. There we go. I got a gym at the house, so it gets kind of slow being alone. I got you. Yeah, I used to do the same thing back when, in my younger days. It was funny. After my mom had moved out of our house to move in with a friend of hers who was disabled. Even though my mom had MS at the time, she was still ambulatory and she could do her everyday stuff. And a really good friend of hers who was married, she had really bad MS. She was not mobile. So the husband said, look, me and her in this big house, it was one town over. I'm at work all day. Why don't you just live here? We got an extra bedroom. Why don't you just live here? Because you take care of her. You drive over, leave your son at the house, your house. Let him pay the bills, and you can live here. And it was literally like 15 minutes away from the house, so it wasn't far. So that's what she did. And I took the master bedroom, and all my workout gear I had in the basement, I moved it all up to the master bedroom, put a big surround sound stereo in there, and every single night after work, except the weekends, man, I was hitting the plates. I had 3 big bay windows upstairs in the master bedroom. I put blinds, nice blinds on there, opened the windows up, nice, beautiful, fresh air coming in, blasting my stereo, just having a good time. I was working out like a fiend then. What are we doing? Turn on the conveyor belt. There we go. Nice. Yeah, and it was funny because, oddly enough, I made the smallest room in the house my bedroom. I had a small little twin bed and a dresser. That was it. I had my alarm clock on the dresser because at that point, I was really trying to maximize what I did. So I was like, you know what? They tell you don't watch TV, don't do this. I said, you know what? I'm going to make a small room, and all it's going to be is I walk in that room, lay down, lights out, I'm done. Go to sleep, and just let those muscles repair, right? And that's kind of what I did. And man, I'll tell you, it was awesome to do that because it really made things a lot easier for me, and it worked out real well. Now I wasn't able to keep it for a long time because eventually my mom's friend, that lady, she had passed away, and then about 2 months after she passed away, the husband wound up getting throat cancer, and he died within like 3 months of finding out. And yeah, it was absolutely like terrible, like the way everything broke down after that. Stream watching, yeah, there you go, Mech. Yep. Blue Eyes in the house. What's up, Blue Eyes? Okay, now we're going to go grab this conveyor, and we're going to lease this. Okay. Now let's go drive and pick that up. Yeah, it was terrible, man. Absolutely terrible. I think all in total, I was only able to do my thing like that for what, maybe 8 months, and then that gentleman died, and that was kind of the end of that. Yeah, it was sad. They were good people too. Yeah, he was a good guy, an older gentleman. They were probably at that time I was what? I was about 19 or 20. That means my mom was about 40. So they were maybe 45 to 50. All right, baby, you have to stop, man. I know you want, but they're got to take care of giving out the candy, pal. My dog's over here underneath my desk, like whimpering, because he wants to be with mommy. 325 kids for trick or treat while it was snowing. Nice. I was in a situation like that with the in-laws. They were staying. Father. Oh wow. Yeah, that is a lot of stress. I think my mom's coming down with some dementia as well. Yeah, it's been rough. I haven't been able to stream consistently. It's not just that. I've had some other things that I've been kind of, having to take care of. But yeah, it does, man. It just gets really stressful and makes things difficult. It didn't snow here, but it's cold and the kids want to keep going. Yeah, right? Happy Halloween, Blue-Eyed Girl. Thank you. Same to you. Yeah, my kids, they don't go out trick-or-treating anymore. That's all done. But they really love going to the front and giving out candy, and they like to scare folks. My kids like to sit in chairs and look like a decoration. And then when the kids come up, they like to, ah. Oh, no kidding. Okay. All right, Mech. Well, good for you, man. Good luck. Be safe. Have a great time while you're away. Okay, let's see. Let's squeeze through here. Well, this is not how I initially thought we'd be doing things, but that bucket thing's a little bit problematic. And what we were going to do is empty out that bunker and then fill up, get rid of that hay storage, and then use that, switch it out with a fermenter. And then this bunker we would probably just fill with silage to use for TMR mixing. Maybe. Yeah, I'm going to have to rethink what we're going to do there. So let's see. Let's get this out of the way. And let's see. It's Temecula, Cali. Okay. All right. Hey, Mr. Crazy B's in the house. What's up, Crazy? Okay, perfect. Let's take a look and see how well it cleans. Oh yeah, look at that, see? Side to side, it's going back. I like it. That's doing real good. Okay. Well, that might be the way to go. And for what? Just under $1,000. Is that modded or normal? This is modded. This is modded, but I mean, well, let me guess. Are you referring to the conveyor belts, or are you referring just in general? That conveyor pickup? No, that's base. Yeah, that's base game. That's not modded at all. Oh yeah. Yeah, here it's yeah, when you go into your tools, just go into your belt system and it's the first one. So this one here, this lizard. And then the meridian right here. Now the thing is, Mecha, if you have not done it before, this isn't a trick. It's kind of what you have to do in the game. Make sure your automatic engine start is turned off. Okay? If you have it set to on, that means as soon as you come out of, because it acts like a piece of equipment, so when you come out of it, it's going to shut the engine off and you won't be able to load into the trailer. So you got to make sure you turn that off so that engine stays running, okay? Yeah, the first time I ever did that, I forget if it was on 19 or if it was on 22. But I would jump out of the thing, jump in, and nothing would happen. I'd get out of my truck or my tractor, go back, turn the engine on, right? Conveyor's moving, see the stuff. I'm like, all right, cool. I jump in my tractor with the trailer again, and I'm like, oh, what's going on? So, yeah, that's what you have to do. So if you try it out and you're like, dude, why isn't this stuff falling in? Make sure that, you have that set, because you'll go bonkers. Trust me. Been down that road. Yeah, no worries, Mecca. Yeah, you take care, brother. Hey, best of luck. Thanks for stopping by. And we'll see you again, hopefully, soon, all right? You take care. Enjoy your dinner. Yeah, see, now I would be able to get that slightly taller. Trailer. Now I'm wondering what we should do, because I gotta empty out the hay as well, and I gotta get that sold. Alright, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take this trailer. I'm trying to think if I'm gonna need this trailer at all, because we're gonna do fermenter. We're gonna get rid of the hayloft. We're gonna put the fermenter in. Now I think it'd be best to get this trailer, sell it back. We're gonna raise that boom on that other output arm, and we'll go ahead and we're gonna get a different trailer. T-Ramps in the house. What's up, T-Ramps? How you doing, man? Thanks for hitting that follow button. It's great to see you. Hope you're doing amazing. Yeah, because now we can go. I might even be able to get the trailer I originally had. And I think I might go that route. You know, I should have looked at other trailers. I don't know if I like that trailer that much. Alright, let's go here. Alright, we're going to sell that. That goes to 22. This goes to 28. Oh man, did it get turned off? Really? That's 10 grand more. But I feel like this might be lower than that one. Yeah, I wish I would have looked up other trailers. That's only 18. That's 24. The other one's still better. What do we have? Yeah. Let's go with this one. Capacity. Oh, you can use it as a bale trailer. Shame it's not auto load. Alright. Yeah, we'll do this. This will be better in the long run. Because it'll help when we sell the hay to be able to take more at one time. And then that conveyor belt, well, the boom arm, the output arm, we just have to raise up. Because I don't think this will fit under there right now. Okay, well, we're kind of back to square one, which kind of sucks, but it's okay. Sometimes you have to do that to get through the learning process on what's going to work and what isn't. And the money we're going to get from the silage will be enough to cover. Plus we got eggs and we got wool. We got lettuce, so we'll be in good shape. Oh, actually, wait, it might fit under there. Oh, yeah. Now, why are you not offloading? Stop engine. No. I will raise it up, though. Aha. That's what it was. Okay. It was down too low. Alright, good. There we go. I like it. That's going to work. Let's go check out. Yeah, see now, if you're still watching, Mecca, now I can come out and that thing will just keep going until it fills, right? Engines are running. And they did adjust how much of the bunker this will take. Before, on 19, when you would use this, it would maybe go back about this far, and then you'd have to move it back. They've really adjusted that. There's a good chance that I might get to half at least on this. See it getting the edges right here, right? We'll have to see if it goes past this line right here. Okay, you can see it's still Still taking, right? I mean, that's pretty good distance. Oh, look, it's getting back here. Look at that. That's really doing a good job. Yeah, I like that they fixed that. That's one of the things that they did modify that is really helpful. Especially if you're single player and you don't really want to mess with, you know, telehandlers and the little bobcats and stuff, you know, skid steers. I mean, you just do this, and then you can go on and do something else, right? Just let that load and, you know, kind of move on, do something else that you want to do. The only problem for me is I always forget to turn things off. That's my biggest weakness. There we go. Full boat. 28, baby. Look at that. That's awesome. Now, I would say if you don't have the money to buy them, how much are they? I mean, 5 grand, 14, we're talking just under 20 grand to own them, right? So even if you're doing a starter farm and you don't have a lot of money, I mean, you could even take a loan out for 20 grand. That thing will pay for itself in no time. Finally getting the trucks back running. Oh, okay. All right. Good, Crazy B. I would say don't buy it until you're ready to use it so that it's, you know, not just sitting there, but like do all your prep, get everything ready to go, and then purchase it and then just let it run. Because then as soon as you sell everything in that bunker, and we didn't even fill the bunker all the way up, right? You fill that bunker up if you're going to go the bunker route. If you're going to use a fermenter, then you don't have to worry about it. But if you do the bunker, you know, put that sucker under there and you're ready to rock and roll. Stretch it out. Thank you, cuz. Appreciate you. That's not bad. 20 grand. Like I said, that one bunker, it'll pay itself a couple times over. So you'll make your money back right away. Yeah, I'm going to look at some other trailers too. I like trailers, but I like unique trailers. I don't like too many things that look like what we've been using over the last few years. Like the Joskins, right? Joskins are really nice trailers, but man, I've been using Joskins since, what, FS15? And it's like, I don't want to use Joskins anymore. You know, I like unique ones. I like ones that have the wooden panels, older style ones, right? And then some of the modern ones that they come out with that are unique looking. I like using those. So I may have to look for some older ones that are fairly unique. Or we might go the truck route. It's got like an old Fiat truck hooked up to the trailer. So we don't have to use like our pickup or one of our tractors to tow it, right? We can do something like that too. Okay. And what we'll do is we'll load that up here. We already have one that's in there. How we looking? Sheep. Yep, very good. We got a second pallet going. We got our eggs coming up over here. That's good. This here I purchased by accident. It's probably horse feed. I don't think it's going to get used over here. Probably just have a pallet that I can't do anything with unless we purchase a horse, but I don't really do much with horses, so likelihood of that happening might be pretty low. I'll tell you what, if you guys enjoy using horses on your farms, take a look at Alma, Missouri. They got a really, really nice setup on the Alma for animals, and their horse barn is really, really cool looking. Yeah, it's got a really nice setup to it. So if you were thinking of using horses, or you do them and you enjoy running horses on your farm, take a look at Alma. It's really nice. Man, look at that. That's still hitting. That's awesome. That's going back further than I thought it was. Yeah, I really thought we would get to maybe halfway. But I mean, that's even hitting back to here right now. I'll be curious if it gets all the way up to the other end here. Okay, truck might be full. Yep. Maybe 2 more loads and that thing will be empty. What do you think? Maybe 80 to 90,000? Probably 80, 82,000. Somewhere in that range. I love the sound of that old truck. You get to see it shift gears and everything. That's awesome. It just sounds nice, doesn't it? Yeah, and then when Swede's on here, he'll run and knock out a bunch of contracts too, which helps. I don't know if the new map that's coming with the DLC is going to have contracts or not. Man, that just sounds so cool. A buddy of mine had a truck like this. I was about 15, 16. He let me drive that thing. This campground that we used to camp at. That thing was fun. Yeah, like I said, we might have 1 or 2 more reloads here. Thinking it might be 2. It's almost finished. Let's take a peek. Seriously? No? You don't want to let me up again? Are you kidding? Wow. Won't let me up again? That's interesting. Alright, I want to see if it goes past this line, see how far back it goes. Oh wait, let's check on our mulcher. Mulching is done. Alright, grass field is good. That got messed up when I was making the road. I figured I would plow that in right there too. I'll plow that once we get... Actually, you know what? I wonder, maybe I should just... I might just fill that in. Since I have the 2 spots, actually it might be better to just paint that over. Alright. So chat, what's good with you guys? Anybody go out trick-or-treating yet? Or give out all their candy already? How you guys making out tonight? wife and kids are working on our candy giveaways right now. Okay, that's good. Where are we at here? Let's take a look, guys, see where it went to. Okay. It's a clean edge right there. We may be reaching its max. Actually, you know what? We're going to have more than 2 fill-ups here. Wonder if that's its limit. I'll have to push that in a little further, but that's pretty good. Even if that's the limit, I mean, that's 3/4 of the way in. That's a good way to have that work. Whoops. How about costumes? Anybody, what kind of unique costumes did you see tonight? I've been seeing mostly all onesies, like the a cow, pig, horse. They have like these big furry onesies that people are wearing, especially like older folks and grown-ups. And I saw 2 pirates. What else did we see? I think that was it, right? Now we saw a witch. Haven't seen any like mummies or Frankensteins. Didn't see any superheroes. I did see a few football players. In fact, I saw some of the people that take the cheesy way out of their costume. They'll put on like just a generic football jersey and put some black under their eyes, and that's it. No helmet, no cleats, no pants. I'm like, man, come on, that's a cheesy way out. But, you know, can't afford the stuff. I guess you do the best you can. Oh, and the one I always see a lot of with the little kids is the pumpkin, where they always dress up like a pumpkin. That one's pretty popular with the little guys. Okay, let's see. Let's see if it's going to go beyond. It'll clean this edge up first. Sounds like the front bumper on my semi right now. Secured to the truck with a motorcycle strap on one side. Oh, that's it. That is it. Look at that. 3/4 of the way in, folks. Chat, that's incredible, though. Hey, Poovertoss, what's up, buddy? That is incredible that we got halfway in on that bunker. Or, I'm sorry, 3/4 of the way in on that bunker. I mean, that's pretty good. And that should definitely take care of the rest. Yeah, that's great. And I'm thinking 2 trips. I call it busted, shattered. Cheap plastic pile of crap. International calls a bumper. Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, I remember when I took my kids to, like, a car show. Oh, man, did that stop? Tell me. See, now that's weird, right? Because that's not full yet. So it does 3/4 of the way when I was in just a little. Now I go in even further, and it's only going to do that a little bit. Yeah, I remember when I took my kids to their first car show, when they would see some of these old cars, they'd see the bumpers on those things. They go over and they're like, "What's that?" It's like metal. I'm like, "Yeah." They're like, "Well, why'd they why they make them out into like the little plastic that crumbles and falls apart?" I said, "Because now it's about lightweight, save gas, right? Aerodynamic to save gas. And they want things when you bump into them, they just fall apart." I said, "The problem is, though, back in the day, you didn't have no little fender benders. You touch bumpers, you just look, there wouldn't be anything wrong. You know, back in the day, you back up or move up or something, you hit a bumper, you didn't have to worry. Let me see, are we full? No, I didn't think so. You guys hit bumpers, and the way they make the bumpers, I mean, you were almost destined to hit bumpers with each other all the time. You weren't going to hit anything important on the car. I said, nowadays they want that stuff to fall apart and break. Yeah, steel, front and back, baby. That's it. There was no such thing as a little fender bender. Guys, I'm going to go hit the head and grab another water bottle. I will be right back. All right, let's see. Yeah, those old bumpers, Rumbles, remember you could put your foot up and tie your shoe. Nowadays you put your foot up, that thing will fall off. Take it to the mechanic, be like, what happened? I tried to tie my sneaker. They'll be like, what do you mean tie your sneaker? Yeah, I put my foot up on the bumper so I could tie my sneaker, and the bumper fell off. Weigh stations on the ATS just went. Just when you hit 65, please pull it. Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely, Poor Toss. Yeah, you still do. I know, right? Who doesn't? Absolutely. Between the bumper and the top part of your tire, right? Depending on, you know, how far you wanted to walk before you had to tie your shoe when you got in or out of the car or truck or whatever you were driving. But usually it was a bumper. Yeah, those old steel bumpers, they did their job. They protected the front and back of your car. Anybody who was pulling in behind you at a stoplight and maybe didn't stop in time, boom, they hit you. You just go out, and you just wanted to look and see what kind of damage your car did to theirs maybe. Nowadays, and then the bumpers that you get now, these cheap paper mache ones, they cost more than the steel ones. It's like, wait a second, I can spend $600 on this paper mache bumper. Maybe spend like $800 on a steel bumper and never have to worry about it again. I think it's worth the extra $200, and I won't have no damage to my vehicle. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they knew what they're. Nowadays, it's all about make it break and let the insurance company sort it out. And it's ridiculous. Toss your swindle sheet out the window and hammer down. Stand on that throttle, baby. Oh, first trick-or-treater was a butterfly, huh? Nice. There you go, ambush. Was it a little one? I imagine it was a little tyke, right? Yeah, just stand up. Pull on that steering wheel with your hands. Stand up, bud. Give it a go. Give me a second. Let's see. All right, there we go. Yeah, little one. Yep. Yeah, I remember when we moved out here in 2000, I had just gotten, I had to get a car for work because the van we had, I had to leave for my mom and my wife to use for the kids. My wife doesn't drive, so my mom would take her into work. She'd watch the kids, and So I had to get, I got a little Hyundai Elantra, right? Just a small car, probably costs like, I don't know, 150 bucks a month or something like that. So probably 2 weeks after I got it, I was driving down, going back into work. I go and stop at a light, and every time I stop at a light, I look in my rearview mirror, and I want to see, how people are coming from behind me, right? So I'm looking, and I'm like, wait, and the lady's slowing down, and then all of a sudden, I don't know if she sneezed or something, but her head kind of did like that sneeze movement, and the next thing I know, boop, she pops me right in the back of the car. And I'm like, son of a gun. I get out, and my whole bumper's cracked. She's like, oh, I'll give you my info. Just send me the bill. Don't even worry about bringing it through the insurance. I said, well, the guy I use is actually right down the street here if you want to stop in, just so you know it's legit. And she's like, no, I trust you. She said, here's my phone number. Right? So I took a picture of my bumper, took a picture of her car plate and whatnot. And, son of a gun. Probably. You know what it is? I bet you as you move in the bunker, maybe that's the issue. I bet you if I brought this thing all the way down the other end, it would probably work better. Let's try that, if it'll let me get out of here. So, we get it fixed up. And, we get it fixed. About 2 weeks later, same traffic light. I'm looking in the mirror. Looked like this person was going to stop. Then all of a sudden, boom, I get popped again. Same thing, cracked the bumper. I'm like, what the heck? I only had the car 2 weeks and got rear-ended twice at the same location 2 times. I'm like, yo, this is like a bad omen or something. I need to maybe get rid of this car, stop driving down that street. Yeah, the guy rear-ended me was surprised I didn't call the cop. Yeah. Look, I only care about it getting paid, right? Yeah, if I ain't hurt, like if you hit me and I'm not hurt, I don't care. I ain't out to fake nobody out and cheat and steal, you know what I mean? Hey, what's up, Gallo? I just want you to fix my stuff. That's all. I'll tell you though, one time at my job, oh, did you just pick up the grass? Well, it'll change. At my job, I was working, and I go in, I don't know what shift it was, either second shift or first at the time. But let's say it was first shift, right? I go in 7 o'clock in the morning, and I went to leave about maybe 12:30, 1 o'clock to go to lunch. I get to the car, and underneath my windshield wiper is a little card. I go over, and sure enough, oh, you bastard, is that not gonna... Oh, you picked up the grass, didn't you, you son of a gun? There's a little card in the window, and here it's a woman's business card. And it says, I do apologize, I backed up out of a parking spot, and I think I hit your car. And here's my number, call me, let me know what the damages are. I was like, wow, there ain't too many people that would do that. Are you not going to let me unload? Shoot. Let's see. Let me just unload. Turn off. Ain't anything. All right. There we go. Whoops. No? True, I've been run into 4 times, 20 years. No. Yeah, I mean, that happens, right? Unfortunately, you get some people that they're just not going to be forthright. Like, All right, stop unloading. There we go. We should be clean. Now we can go from here. Turn on conveyor belt. There we go. Let's get this party started again. Get this thing emptied. All right. Once I had a hit and run on I-75, I think it's northbound near Tampa. Oh, wow. They wouldn't even make a report. Don't go to Florida no more. That's messed up. All right, there we go. Not too bad, Gallo. We're hanging in there. Just killing time, really, till the DLC comes out, you know? Our other maps weren't letting us load, and our challenge we had to put a hold on. That's a good question. I mean, right out the gate, just the new crops, right? I will say I was a slightly disappointed that it looks like all of those crops are going to be harvested by the same machine. It doesn't, it doesn't look like each of them has their own. Now, I could be wrong, but when I look at all the pictures and the trailer and all that, it looks like all 3 of the new crops use the same harvester to harvest them. So I was a little disappointed there. I thought we were going to get 3 new types of harvesters, but it looks like they're all the same for the same, Whoops. Hello. Alrighty. Yeah, there's a new DLC. It's new crops, turnips, carrots, beet, parsnips, and carrot. A new map. Gosh, like what, 40 things, new equipment or something like that, right? Probably not new textures, which I would prefer, because I want new textures for the crops. Hey, Queen. Oh, you have another new truck skin? Nice. Let me know if you guys hear me chewing in the thing, because Mrs. just gave me my dinner. I'm trying to hit mute when I'm chewing, just in case. Oh, right, Rumbles, I got you. Yeah, yeah. It's actually just pizza. First time chat, Dad Bod Twitch. Hey, what's up, Dad Bod? How are you, buddy? Good to see you, man. Thank you for coming in. Much appreciated. I have a huge rock in the middle of the field, no man's land. It's driving me nuts. Cut the post. Yeah, oh, I know, right? Yeah, that's like the perfect way to explain no man's land. It's like, man, there's some rocks I just want to get rid of. I just don't want to get rid of all of them. I agree with you, Rumbles. 100%. It's like annoying, but not enough to get rid of everything. Well, Dad Bod, that's awesome, buddy. I'm glad that you're new to Farm Sim. I'm glad you're learning. Please, come on in, hang with us. Hit up ! Discord if you want to chit chat. We actually, part of our team, the Crusader Stream team, we have some things that we've been putting together for Farm Sim. We have an official logging training program, if you will. It's run by the Logging Mafia there, Mr. Slow Swede. And then we have a non-set up official standard training academy for basic and advanced Farm Sim. If you were ever interested in any of that stuff, come on into Discord and let us know. We can definitely get you set up and get everything squared away for you to learn some stuff. The only thing we ask, and I do not ask you to tell me in chat, you can tell me in the Discord. I'm assuming by the name that, you're 18 or older. That's all, right? And that's only if you were going to be part of the stream, too. But basically what we've done with the Crusaders is we're setting up, like, training facilities. The logging one is the one we got done first. And then we had so Heavy Racing Queen, who's one of our teammates, and her husband, they had the fortune or misfortune, depending on how they felt at the time, with the training. Maybe they felt like, oh my God, crew's going to drive us crazy here. But I was able to get with them on the Haute Belleron map, and I was able to take them through like all the basics, and then any questions they had. Son of a gun. That's what happens when you read there, crew. 3 young kids. There you go. Good for you, bud. Good for you. Congratulations. But yeah, if it's something that you would want to do, might be a good time to do it because we're getting prepped and ready for the new expansion or DLC that's coming out November 14th. So, you know, hit me up in the Discord and we'll see what we can do. Are you on PC or are you on console? It doesn't matter. I'm just always curious. Yeah, we did have some fun, right? Yeah, I would say the first thing would be to go through like just basic farming first. And then, you know, once you're familiar with things, then you can maybe venture into the wood, the logs and stuff, right? All right, bunker is finished. And then what I would say is maybe make a list, maybe like 10 top things that maybe you're unsure of or you tried and they weren't working, right? Yeah, I do log in with the tree devourer too, bud. I'm with you on that, Rumbles. But maybe like write down a list of 10 top things first that, you know, you have questions about, or maybe you tried something, you're like, you know, everybody tells me to do this and I do it and look, it never works. You know, maybe there was one little thing that you were missing, right? And then what we could do is just kind of put you through, you know, the basics, you know, plow the field, how to get them to 100%, right? You know, if that's something you would want to do, just hit me up, brother. That's what we're trying to do with our team is we want to be, obviously we like to play other games too, but in anything that we do farm sim, we want everybody's experience to be as good as it possibly can. So wherever we can help out, we'll do that. Sounds great, Dad Bod. Yep. If it's in your way, knock it down. Yeah, there you go, Rumble. Oh, thank you, Dad Bod, for that follow, man. I appreciate that a ton, brother. Oh, Dad Bod, hey, you have a great one. Enjoy your night with the little ones. Best of luck in the capture of a lot of candy, and give our best to your family, and we will see you again, sir. Thank you so much. Okay. So that was all finished. This, I'm just going to paint over that. Okay, that's all done there. Okay. So, what are we going to do here? Let's take a look. Navy Yoshi in the house and with the 100 biddies. Yo, Yosh, what's up, my man? How the heck are you, Yoshi? Good to see you, pal. Hope everything's going good for you, man. Okay, let's see. Where are we at here? All right, so we have that. We have that. How these guys are looking. Productions. Hey, we're not worried about because we're going to get rid of that. Sheep food-wise, still pretty good. Okay. I could go and fill that. Oh, where are we at with the chickens? Yeah, they're still good. Okay. We probably should go and fill up. Good. Ah, we're hanging in there, bud. Hanging in there, my man. Let's go fill the sheep up. I'm still just farming too. Oh, cool. All right, you're up really late too, there, Mr. Mad. Yeah, man, you like that? What's cool, Buddha, is this bucket. I love the names All But with 2 T's. That's funny. This bucket's pretty cool. You can get it for the same one. They don't have 3 different ones. You can mod this for 1,000, 2,000, or 20,000 liters too. I find that to be very good choices, right? Always before your days off. I got you. All right. Now, what we want to do is we want to get rid of our hay because it is not a money maker. I'm an all but kind of guy too. What was that episode on Seinfeld with the license plate? Was Buttman or something like that? Buttman, right? And the guy was a proctologist, doctor. All right, where can we sell the hay? I don't know why. You know, I thought we were going to get into pigs or cows a lot sooner, and that's why I did the hay, the dryer. And then I was like, man, you know what? Hay is like, ain't going to do nothing for us. The silage is like almost 3 times. Yeah, silage is the way to go, and I don't know. Let's see. Farmers market. Was that close? I forget if that was close. It's just up there, huh? Let's see. Mr. French. Yeah. Yeah, it just didn't. I just went about it the wrong way. I thought we were going to hit up. You know what? Where's the animal dealer? Let's see where the animal dealer is here. I forget which one was closer. Animal dealer, I bet you, is back there. I guess I should look on the map, huh, to see which one was closer. Animal dealer is up there, and I believe this is, nope, right here. No, sawmill, where? Oh, that's right, it was this one. Yeah, there's the farmer's market. Actually, the farmer's market looks like it's a lot closer. So we'll use the farmer's market. But yeah, I don't know. I really thought we were going to get into cows fairly quickly, and yeah, and I thought like I would have the hay right available for TMR mixing, and then we filled it up, and then I was like, oh, wait a second, we're not going to have cows for a while. And I was like, all right, I messed up. I should have just put a fermenter. Yeah, so it was all me. I messed that up. But again, you know, I haven't really played like this from scratch in a while because we've been doing the Green River run, and then we had the 50 mil challenge we were working on. So I haven't really had to think too much about stuff. It's been pretty automatic what we've been doing. Yeah, exactly, right? I have the TMR mixer and all that stuff. I just approached it from a different angle and then realized after the fact that that angle wasn't going to happen for a while, so it was all on me. So I'm not going to ask Mr. Swede to do this. I'll get rid of it. What did you just do? Oh, there it goes. I'll get rid of it, and I'll swap out the hay dryer for a fermenter. Yeah, no biggie. Yep. Production I use dries grass and does TMR, saves me a step. Yeah, exactly. Yep. And that's what, you know, we would get to eventually. It's kind of weird. So I'll be straight with you guys. There was a point where I don't think I was going to play Farm Sim for a good while because me and Swede have just had so many problems with maps not working, new game saves required, right? All this stuff. And you guys watch me. I do a lot of custom work on my maps. So when you get the new game save, it takes that all away, right? You have to start over. So on the Texas Flats, when we were running that, we did what, 2 or 3 streams on there, and then all of a sudden it stopped. It won't load. I get to 95%, so I was pretty close to just saying, you know what, I'm done. I'm just gonna, you know, move on to some other games, and maybe I'll get back to it in another month or two. And then I saw the DLCs coming out, so I was like, all right, well, that's going to be a Giants thing. Maybe we're going to give it a chance. So I said, the only problem is we got to kill 2 weeks now. So we decided to just jump on a, you know, random map, and we'll just putz around, try some old equipment, stuff like that. And then hopefully, come November 14th, my goal is to go on the new map. We will start at a very low number. We'll do like we're doing here, right? We'll use some vintage equipment and tractors and stuff. And we'll work our way up, and we'll do a casual playthrough. We will have, you know, I'm assuming with all the new stuff, there'll be a lot of productions, the new equipment. But I was borderline ready to just say, screw it, I'm done. Yeah, I was just so frustrated. Oh, can I do that? You felt it? Yeah, Buddha. And you know, it, you know what too? And it was other stuff like, you know, IRL stuff. So I can put that into fermenter, you're saying? Oh, let's take a look. Let's take a look at that then. What am I looking for? Production. Let's see the fermenters that I put in. Because remember, we're trying to keep it old looking. However, wow, that's 30 grand for that though. That seed. Um, that's the fodder mixer, groundwater pump, substrate store. What the heck are these things? What are these? Grass dryer, that's the one we have. Composter. Where to, wait a second. Where's my, what? Allow. Go away, stay farm. But yeah, Buddha, I was even it's weird. It's hard to explain, and I don't want it to come off like, you know, a whiner, right? Because I'm not. But man, did I feel like there was just some things that were causing me a lot of grief. Um, you know, stuff that I don't really need to get into. But there was even stream stuff. Um, you know, we it was just tough. IRL, you know, my mom's been having some issues lately with like some mental stuff, and that's been quite difficult. Um, yeah, and it just, everything was just kind of snowballing. And the only refuge, because the way I do things now, I'm not out and about anymore, right? I'm home taking care of my family. And I just, you know, it's like, man, the only refuge I have, and even that's falling apart. Like, I would put a game on and I would just stare at the screen. I didn't even want to play a game. You know, I was just getting to the point where I'm like, oh, here we go. Fertilize. Well, no, that's not what I chose. Did that mod not make it on here? All right, hold on, guys. I'm sorry. I have to check and see because I remember downloading the fermenter. But yeah, it just started getting like ridiculous, and I was, you know, when your happy place that you go to find some refuge is not working, you know, then that becomes a problem. All right. It says installed. Okay. Let's make sure it's checkmarked. There's our Alma that we downloaded last night to check out. As you see, my saves, I got rid of everything else. Let's see. Grass dryer. I should have looked to see which one that was so I can just go to it alphabetically. But I did not. Seed production. TMR. I don't see it in here. Did I miss it? No, there it is. So it's check marked. Okay. Yeah, and you know, I mean, you know, look, I take things in prayer, right? But it's like, you know, when the family's doing their thing and they're having friends over, and say the missus is watching wrestling, right? You know, I'll watch movies or something, but I want to be able to just go on my game, play my game, have fun. And when that's not there for you, right? Now you start feeling like, meh, you know? And I'm not one to go out and to the bar, and you know, like that's I don't do that stuff, right? So, you know, for me it was just kind of like, man, I feel like I'm getting boxed in now where I have like nothing. And it was pretty annoying, pretty powerful in how it was making me feel. But we got through it, you know. We did our thing. Try to get on the other side. It can't be in generators, right? It's got to be in factory. Is it one of these and it just doesn't show up the way I thought it would? Oh, muddle. Sorry about that. There was a phone call on Discord. So why am I not seeing this fermenting station in here? $15-year-older popped up at the door? That's cool. I hope. Bad Discord, bad. I mean, guys, is something wrong with me? Well, I guess that's a separate question. But I don't see my fermenter. Aha, look at you. Look at you. You a smart feller. You one of them smart people. So there it is. Yeah, the hay. Oh, man, you all right. God, dog, 60 grand. Ooh, man. That's 100. Is there anything down the line there? No. That's the hayloft. I don't care too much about that right now, but shoo-wee. Modaholic, yeah, yeah. God, doggone. Well, let's hope we get back 50 for the hay place, right? The only problem is now, I'm not going to be able to put that where I wanted to put it over there. We're going to have to... Oh, yeah, I know. Yeah, I agree. Playing the game vanilla is not fun. No. So I guess maybe what we'll do is we'll put the drop off right that. Well, you know what? Maybe since we already have the road here, we could do that, right? Could place it right there. Aussie Wheels, yo, what's up? Peeks out, takes a look from the shadows. Hey, what's going on the farm? How you guys doing? What's happening there, Aussie? Good to see you, pal. Yeah, you know what? Maybe we'll just put this right here, guys. Let's see. Pickup, drop off. Pickup's going to be going out, right? So it might be better to have that on the outside there on the left. So You just fill up and you go. I spent like a month after release crying my mom. Oh yeah, I know, right, Rumbles? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It might be good to just place it right there, and I'll clean up the ground and, you know, make that look crew style over there. But that'll probably be the best place. Let's get this out of the way. And we'll empty out the hayloft. Yeah, I'm glad you said something there, Rumbles. I didn't even think of that. See, that's what I mean. I'm just trying to get back to what I need to be at thinking-wise. What's up, Ghost? How are you, sir? But I do appreciate everybody. Oh, I can get rid of these, too. What are we holding on to those for? Whoops, not that. Oh, did I hold on to them an extra day? I bet you I did, didn't I, guys? Ugh. Well, it's okay. It's okay. Like I said, we're just doing this until 2 Tuesdays when we get the new stuff. We'll work out all the kinks now. Yeah, exactly, right? Just call me Alex. Yo, what's up? Alex, how are you, pal? Good to see you, man. Welcome in. Glad you are here with us. So let's get this chaff, grass. We'll start up grass and we'll start up hay. All right, very good. Very good. That'll work. And who knows, maybe that'll be the spot where we put our cows when we eventually get them, right? Been good school and work, kicking my butt. Okay. All right, well, hey. All it's doing is preparing you for the real world because it's just going to keep kicking your butt, right? But you'll do your thing, and you'll be all right. You'll come out on the other side just fine. Just got to push through it. That's what I was just talking about. You know, I had some pitfalls here hit me a little bit. And they're not gone. We just try to figure out how to work around them. And, you know, it's okay if you feel a little crappy, too. You just have to, you know, not let it take control of you and just do your thing. Try to figure things out. Give it a go. Give it your best. How about your crew? How you been? It's been a while since I tuned in. Oh, no worries. BRB. All right, Rumbles. Yeah, everybody's doing real good over here, Alex. Everybody's doing good, man. Everybody's having a good time. My wife just finished all the candy, so all the trick-or-treaters are done. As long as those little stinkers don't get mad because the light's off on the porch and start throwing things at the house, we'll be all right. Post-trip, copy that. But yeah, like I said in the beginning and midway through the stream too, we're just doing some stuff to pass the time for the next 2 weeks. We got the new DLC coming, you know, whole bunch of new stuff that we'll be doing over there, and hopefully that map will not have any issues with new save game required or loading issues, and we can just do a standard playthrough. We're going to do a vintage beginning on that map if it fits, okay? I got a lot of vintage mods that I've been downloading to, you know, have like an old look when we start. We're going to start with a very low dollar amount. I don't know what that amount will be yet. It'll probably won't be determined until we actually start on the map. I'll have to see. Because I don't want to have too little. I don't want to have too much. But I may have to wait. I may have to wait until the map hits. So, but my goal, if it'll let us, is to start off with very old, vintage type equipment. Get into potentially silage making, right? And then slowly work our way up into other stuff, right? Save up some money, maybe get chickens, right? Buy some feed at the store, let the chickens do their thing, and then eventually get some sheep. Pretty much like we've been doing here. This is kind of like a test run, if you will, for what I'm thinking of doing on that new map. And again, I haven't seen what the map looks like. It's supposed to be like an old European style map from what I gather. So I do think that it might fit. I don't know what they're going to have. Does he want to go out, babe? I don't know what they're going to have on there as far as productions, um, animals, if I can sell stuff. Like I might go on a farm and I can't even sell anything on the farm to get rid of it, to put my own stuff down, which might change some things. He may want to go out. For what? Oh, okay. So, we'll see. That'll be determined, once that hits. If I cannot sell things, but it's still an old kind of look to it and the vintage equipment will still kind of tie in, then we might just keep it. The only thing would be I'm not going to be able to make my own setup on the farm. It's going to have to be what they put together. So we'll see. We got 2 weeks from today. So we'll do our thing and, we'll rock out and we'll have a good time and do the best we can. And I don't know how quickly, though, we'll have that new equipment, because that's some big equipment. I guarantee you that stuff's at minimum probably $250,000 for those harvesters, So I'm thinking that, it might be a good while before we get into that, but that's okay. I mean, it'll be fun. It'll be a nice ride. Let's see where we're at with this. 99,000 left, plus we still have 150 in storage, so might be a couple days before we get all of that hay converted or grass converted. But I'm glad Rumbles mentioned, I think it was Rumbles that mentioned it, to put the hay in the fermenter. I totally forgot that some of the fermenters will actually take hay, not just grass. So that's good. And now some of them I see, they actually take all three. You can throw chaff in there too. So that's good. Makes that a lot easier for you to be able to do what you want to do. And I like that it's small, it's compact, it's not this huge thing. Although, as we progress, if we can buy certain areas to put bigger stuff, as we get through later in it, we'll definitely do that. Sheep are doing their thing. Full of water, full of wool. So, you know, yeah, they're doing real good. Chickens are good. I did something new with the chickens too that I hadn't done before. I wanted to see how it would look and how it would work. I'll show you when I get over to the fill station again. All I did was decorate it a little bit. I wanted to see what it'd be like, because I noticed when we went to a couple places, the chicken coops that they actually had like trees in there. They had bushes, um, you know, like different plants and flowers. And I was like, wow, you know, all the chicken coops I see, especially in the game, they're all just generic, just a rectangle with grass, and that's it, right? Some of the base game ones will have like that sand looking bottom with the little feeders in there, and then you have some of the big barns where it's just a big concrete building. But yeah, what we did was we just went and took this and put a couple bushes along the back, put a couple small trees just to decorate it a little bit. You know, I was like, let me try it. Let me see how it looks. I actually like it like that with those in there. So whenever we do anything like that moving forward, even the sheep, I could probably do the same thing with the sheep. You know, I might put that stuff in there just to do something different, make it look, you know, better. Again, just doing things to just up it a little bit, make it different. I don't want to be too cookie cutter with things. Now, hopefully we get some new... I'll have to look if there's any mods for decorating that have more like bushes and stuff. I don't think they do. What's up, Raven? Yeah, happy Halloween to you. First time chat. Thank you very much for coming in. I appreciate it. The missus just got done giving away all the candy, so everybody is finished. This one in a couple hours is going to be in the books. He wants something, babe. Oh, we got people, our kids digging into some candy? Ah, that's what you want. He's like, man, you had to rat me out, didn't you? Yeah, no, she didn't stream today because she was doing the candy thing and she was hanging with the kids. Yeah. And I do appreciate you, Raven, going over and hanging out with the missus and supporting her. It means a lot to me. All of yous that do, but I know Raven fairly new for me. So you know, we don't get to chit-chat too much, but I do appreciate that. It'd be nice if we could make that payment be like a salary. That'd be kind of cool. Get Giants to give us a salary to just play their game and critique it, right? No, my channel? No, mine's not set for sub only. It shouldn't be. You guys aren't seeing it as a sub only, are you? Interesting. Wow, I did not know that. Nobody ever said that. That's weird. That's so weird, Raven, because honest to God, I've never checked that box for sub only. In fact, I tell all my peeps that I know, don't put sub only and never put follower only. Like that's something I obviously people can do what they want, but when people talk to me about, things to do, not to do, that's two of the most important things I tell people. Now, eventually, you may have to get to sub. I mean, hey, I hope everybody gets to sub only at some point, right? That means if you get to sub only, you're doing amazing. But yeah, I mean, it might be you know, but yeah, if anybody ever sees that, oh yeah, please tell me, because I never want that to be up there. But yeah, I mean, look, Twitch does some what we call twitchy things, right? I mean, there's a real slim chance that could have somehow popped up like that. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying that it's not something I did, right? So it's nothing that I would ever set up. But yeah, if anybody ever sees something like that, let me know immediately, because that's not how we're going to roll. That's for sure. Okay. Okay, they're fed. We're moving the hay. We do have to wait because we took everything we have. We got 144,000 left to go. So the best thing I think for me to do is going to be sleep through, try and get that stuff done, because we got a lot of money to get back. I'm hoping when I sell that thing that I'm going to get about 40 or 50 grand back. I forget. I should look to see how much it was when I got it. It might not even be the same price as the fermenter. Let's take a look. Oh, wait, was that it right there? Oh, yeah, I'm screwed. Yep, it don't cost as much as that fermenter. I'll be lucky if I get $8,000 for that thing. Well, sir, have a great stream. It was great seeing you and the missus. Everyone have a fantastic night. Cheers all. All right, Raven. Let's give Raven a parting shout out if we could, please. You take care. And Racing Queen says, hi, bestie, big hugs. And, ooh, that is done. There we go, baby. Fill her up. All right, good. So we'll get this emptied out. That grass will grow. Once we get this emptied, we'll sell this. And like I said, we'll maybe get 5 grand for that. So we're going to be in the hole. Because we were at, what, 111,000 earlier? So we definitely took, I mean, I'm glad we got all that money from the silage, but we're definitely going to have to wait it out. Now, how much we might have got some silage made up now. That's for sure. Yeah, look at that, 177,000. There we go. So we're doing good. We're robbing Peter to pay Paul. Chat, once again, happy Halloween for those who do celebrate it. I know I've worked with some people that Halloween's like their Christmas. It's not like that for me. But, I did work with some people that, they viewed Halloween more like Christmas for them than they did Christmas. They just, I don't know, they just like the whatever about Halloween. But for those of you that celebrate it, happy Halloween from our family to yours. I hope that you guys have a very safe night. I hope you guys have a great time. I hope the weather is conducive to walking around with your family or friends, or if you're just giving out candy. One of my favorite things, especially in the suburb area now that we live in, one of my favorite things in this time of year when we would walk around with the kids when they were younger was I love those big open front porches where you'll see, like, maybe the husband and wife or the grandparent, right? The grandparents sitting out in the chair. They have maybe a couple candles going. They got the orange lights or Halloween paraphernalia, right? And they have like or maybe the little light that's outside the door is like a yellowish color or an orange. And you just walk up and they got a big, gigantic bin filled with candy. And, they just look like they're just chilling on the porch. Everybody's coming up, tossing candy. You can see they got maybe a couple little drinks there, maybe some tea, or who knows, maybe they got a little JD in the bottom of the tea there, or maybe they got a hot cup of coffee. But I always liked that. I always thought that'd be cool to have. Like, I don't have an open porch like on our house like that, but I remember as a kid some of the row homes that we lived near, these folks would have some open porches, and I just thought that was always a cool, like, setup. But I know, like, my kids, they like to be out front sometimes and sit like statues and scare some folks when they come up. They'll walk up and some of these kids will go, "Is that thing real?" You're like, "I don't know, but if you want the candy, you got to go over there." "Yeah, but is that real?" "Well, you go over and take a look." I remember, what was it, last year or the year before, the kids got there, they started booking down the street. They just took off. I said, wasn't it last year or the year before when Jotham or Aces scared these group of kids and they just took off down the street? You got them tonight too? Oh, that's great. Yeah, it was a group of kids. They were young kids too. They weren't older. They were some young kids, and man, they went over and like pushed on his shoulder or stomach, and he was like, "Hurrah!" And they just hauled ass down the street. All right, let's see, where are we at? 62,000 left. Can we fit it? Yeah, we can fit it. Well, maybe only 2 more loads here, and, well, no, maybe 3. Yeah, I think we got about 3 loads left here, and that'll all be moved. But yeah, I hope you guys have a great night. How about Thanksgiving to be coming up right around the corner, right? What do you guys do for Thanksgiving? Stay home, travel? I've been staying home since I was born. Where I grew up with my mom and my grandparents, everybody came to my grandparents' house. And then after my grandparents passed away, well, my grandmother, when she passed away, we started having it just at me and my mother's house. And then I met my wife. My grandfather, after we moved here, he passed away shortly after, maybe like a year or 2 after we moved here. But then my wife and I and my mom and our kids, we have our own thing here at the house. We did go to a person from our church's dinner one time, right? The Raffettos. But outside of that, we're here, we do our thing. And it's changed over the years, but, we were never one to travel and, visit a whole bunch of different people and travel across the country and all that. But what about some of you folks in chat? How about you guys? You stay at home? Do you have to travel during that weekend or anything? Or How's it work for you guys? $6 foot. What's that? I'm thinking about, because he's skinny, I would say he's probably in the 150 to 60 range. Billy Bob, Billy Bob said, "I just hunt." That's awesome. Yeah, but you got to figure too, he's going to wear clothes underneath it, so you don't want to get it like where it fits perfect, because then it'll look like he's wearing not skinny jeans, but like skinny graduation outfit. Yeah, put it 6 foot. If they what do they got? 6 foot, 160. You know. Yeah, there you go. Between 150, 170. Because he's probably at like the 5'11" mark, so he'll be 6 foot probably by the time he graduates or more, but we'll call it 6. Yep. Well, wait, did it say Springfield High School or Springfield Township? Oh, yeah, that's the one. Yeah. Oh. Does it give you a preview of it? Because there's 2 Springfields. There's one up north and ours. Oh, is that empty? Oh, yeah, yeah. Okay, good. Right. That should be ours. New follow, Billy Bob MN0913. What's up, Billy Bob? Good to see you, buddy. Thank you for that follow. But does it preview it in any way? Does it show you the colors? Yeah, so the PA one, that's us, but there's 2 Springfield high schools. Yeah, well then. Yeah, well that. Yeah, that should be ours. Springfield, Missouri, too. Yep, that's right. Not much. Just flipping through trail cat pics, my footage from the hunt tonight. Oh, good. Okay. Very good, brother. Yeah, they should. Yeah, they should. Okay. Now we're going to go and sell. Well, I hope you had a good hunt. What were you hunting? Pretty good sized towns, enough to make me a little nervous. Oh God, yeah, look at that. Under 5 grand. Ugh. It's pitiful. Pitiful, but it's okay. It's all right. It's all right. Everybody settle down now. Settle down. It's okay. Nothing to get worried about. We'll Bob Ross this around here and get ourselves to where we need to be, but that's all right. No big deal. Again, we're just killing time. Just killing time until we have to do stuff 2 weeks from now, right? Southeastern Minnesota. Nice. Yeah, you're not. Yeah, I got you, Rumbles. Yeah, that's all fair. Let's see. How do we want to fix this up here? Okay. Take this right through there like that. And we're going to bring this right through here. And we'll bring this. Hey, baby. Oh, you getting ready to go to sleep? All right. I love you. Did you have fun?
Yeah.
That's cool. You scared the heck out of any little kids? Oh, Chris showed up? Oh, good. I didn't see that son of a gun. He did. Oh, hell. All right. That's it. He's grounded. He's grounded. Yeah, tell him he's grounded. He didn't say hi, goodbye. He didn't give me a Milky Way, nothing. Man. All right, let's see. And we should probably clean this up a little bit right here. I know that's costing me a little bit of money, but that's good enough for now. Rumble says, hi, darling. Yeah, you better. Yeah, make sure you see if he's. There you go. Let him out. Does your mom have chocolate? Not that you're aware of? Okay. Because I would hope that she don't give him any. Because that's not going to be. That won't be good. Okay. That's good. We did a lot there, guys. I mean, we sold all our silage. We moved all our hay. Got to enforce the dad tax on the candy. That's it, Si. My baby doll says hi, too, since we're using pet names. Nice. That's awesome. It's raining? Oh, lovely. Otherwise known as Gabe, also my dog Knothead. his dog's name is Gabe. He calls him Knothead. That's awesome. Well, look, everybody, I want to thank you for coming out. We are going to get ready to raid into a teammate, and I want you all to come along for the ride here. They are playing Farm Sim, so it'll be a lateral transfer here. But I want to thank you all for coming out. I really do appreciate it. I appreciate the raids that we got today, the biddies, the brand new followers. I welcome you into my channel. If you did not get in the Discord, !Discord, We'll get you in there. One condition. What we got, Rumbles? Oh, wait. What's he going to say? What's he going to say? What's he going to say? Let's see. Let's see what it is. I got to do a custom banner. Give Darlin a bear hug. Will do. Will do. But, yeah, so I really appreciate you guys coming out. Means the world to me. It's great to have you here. Always fun. And as always, remember, hit that exclamation point Discord, YouTube, Kick, Twitter, Facebook, whatever. Also underneath my stream in the panels is everything too, in case you miss it. But we would love to have you as part of our team, and we look forward to seeing you guys every day. So please be good, be safe. Oh, the best costume was here? What was it? What was it, Ambush? What do you guys think? Barbie? Ken? Batman? A refrigerator? What is it? A chicken. Oh, there you go. For you guys, yeah, that chicken would be right up the alley there, right? The Farm Sim chicken. But yeah, I appreciate it. You guys are the best. I look forward to this every day. And I hope to see you all again, hopefully at some point tomorrow. We'll see what tomorrow brings. But as long as we have a good day tomorrow, you should see us again in action. And I want you all to have a great, great rest of your night. And as always, like I said, be good, be safe. Make sure you get out there tonight with your family and have a great time if you didn't do it already. And, you know, just enjoy, get that candy, cheat a little bit if you want to. Don't regret it, and just have fun, okay? So, guys, we're going to get ready to raid into our teammate, Mr. Twisted Steel. He's running some Farm Sim 22. So let's go along for the ride. And as always, be good, be safe, have fun, keep on gaming, and be blessed. We will see you again on the other side. This is Crew. Love y'all, and I'm out.